Hey guys, and welcome to Gwent, the Witcher card game. My name is Jaggerus, and today I have a Scoia'tael ranked deck for you guys, and that is my Hench Hands hand buffing Scoia'tael deck that you can see here. The idea behind this deck is that we're going to be buffing cards in our hands, and in turn generating points and creating a lot of value. So we have our Doblathana Swordmasters. These are actually a new card, and when you play these, they damage an enemy by this unit's power. And they have 4 power to begin with, but obviously if you buff them, then they're going to gain more power and thus gain more damage. So we have 3 of these so that we can buff different ones, because if you buff one to like a huge amount of damage, then if they don't have a target that has that much strength, you know, you're going to not see any benefit. So we don't have more than, well, we have 3. On top of that, we have Farseers. If a different ally or unit in your hand is boosted during your turn, boost self by 2. So we're going to be boosting units in our hand, so the Farseers synergize really nicely with that. We have the Dragoons. Every turn at the start of your turn, boost a random loyal unit in your hand by 1. So these guys will be boosting in our hands. We have Hawker Supports. Deploy, boost a unit in your hand by 3. So these guys are going to get boosted in our hands. And then on top of that, we have a couple other targets that are good for boosting, such as to reveal, ambush. When your opponent passes, turn this unit over, boost 2 units on each side by 2. So this is good because if you boost her, then she only flips when your opponent passes, so you can get a lot of value there. We also have Moren. Moren is an ambush unit, 7 strength, and she flips over and damages a unit by 5 before its deploy ability resolves. So you can use her to kill things if your opponent doesn't realize that you're playing Moren. And we have Isengrim. Play a bronze or silver ambushed card from your deck. We can use Isengrim to actually target, draw Morin, or to reveal and play them. We have Kieran on here for a lock. He's 9 strength and you can also move a unit. And then we have Yorvith. Damage an enemy by 7. If it was destroyed, boost all elves in your hand by 1. And we have Igni. And Igni's the one that you kind of have a little bit of choice for. If you're running Yorvith and you're boosting elves, some people might like to run Avalak. Avalak is an elf himself. Although he has to be in your hand, you know, to get this benefit. But also, you know, you can use him to find units. I've got Igni in here, but this is, like I say, this is the one that you can really change. You could use some of the new ones. And then we also have Renew. Renew allowing us to replay Yorvith and boost all of our elves some more. Or Isengrim to find another ambush unit. Or double Igni is basically the option there. But the gold slots are a bit more kind of flexible here. Now you can see we have a lot of elves. And because we have a lot of elves, we also have Ailerin. Like, I like to call her Bailerin. When you have 5 or more elf allies, she gets pulled out of your deck. And so that's kind of the hand buffing side of things. Then on top of that, we have Yavin, which will give us card advantage. Look at the top unit or units in your deck, draw 1 and shuffle the others back. Then we have Mandrake. Mandrake is kind of like Silver Mardrome. And because there's a lot of boosting going on at the moment with things like Spies and with hand buffing, I think Mandrake and Mardrome are both useful cards. Deploy, heal a unit, and strengthen it by 6. So you can buff one of your own units by 6, or you can reset a unit and weaken it by 6. And the fact that you're weakening it by 6 means that you can actually kill a lot of 6 strength or more units and stop them from being resurrected. So I really like Mandrake in this deck because of that. We also have Mardrome, which does a similar thing but only does 3 damage. So we have a couple options. We have a Lacerate, and we have a First Light just to deal with weather. So that's the deck. We're running Francesca as our leader because she's going to allow us to find certain cards that we might need, such as Swordsmasters, for example, and she actually boosts a unit in your hand, so this hand helps with this hand buffing. Alternatively, you could probably run Broover in this deck and, you know, target find silvers instead, but the thing is you can find these 2 with Isengrim, and you can find Ailerin. Well, you don't want to find Ailerin, so that's kind of useless. But yeah, that's the deck. If you like it, hit that thumbs up button, and without further ado, I'll jump into a ranked game and showcase this deck in action for you.
Not all battles need end in bloodshed.
Scoia'tael.
Okay, so we're up against Reveal. And Reveal's a little bit awkward because if they reveal our highly boosted Doblathana Swordmasters, they can reset them with the new Nilfgaard unit. I forget what it's called. Cold. So we just need to be a little bit aware of that. We have Yorvith, we have Isengrim, we have Igni, so this is really nice. We have a Swordmaster. I'm going to get rid of the First Light. I don't expect him to play Weather. And probably the Lacerate. These are just in there depending on what you're going to go up against. We have Yavin. We have a couple Hawker Supports. We have a Dragoon. The question is, usually we want to pull Moren with Isengrim, so we actually might be better off mulliganing Moren, and then we can always try and find to reveal later on, should we need her, depending on what we want to play. I'm just thinking maybe it's worth mulliganing this. Renew. Oh my god, we got all of the gold cards today. So we want to play Isengrim nice and early. Ideally, we also want to try and find Farseers, to be honest. Farseers are really useful. But for now, let's just play our Dragoon as our opening play. And we'll have a little bit of a look at what he's playing and go from there. Mandrake's going to be good against his spotters if he's chosen to play those. So that's probably worth being aware of. Okay, he's playing foot soldiers. Whenever you reveal the unit in your hand, play it and draw the top. But he might reveal this. Like, this is interesting because he's playing reveal, so he might reveal my cards and then he reveals my foot soldier. It did just get the Dragoon buff, which wasn't that great. I think what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to play Yorvith. The thing is, this is not a great target. I'd rather hit his Mangonel, so maybe we wait for a Mangonel. In which case, what we can do is we can play Francesca.
What must be done.
And I'm actually going to mulligan a Hawker support. And instead, I think I want to get a Farseer, because then I get the benefit of having the Farseers boosted. Alternatively, we could take Teruvial, but I think I want to take a Farseer here. And just get the benefit of her getting buffed every turn. That's going to give me a lot of points. So that's what I'm going to go for with the Francesca. And she's kind of versatile. You can play whatever you really need to. Kieran actually would have been great here, because this guy is going to cause us a little bit of trouble.
This moment.
But we will play the Farseer and go from there. Interesting playing the Guardian. He's not revealed anything. So I'm a little bit wary, should we say? There's the Mangonel. So that's what I was waiting for with Yorvith. So now we can play Yorvith. We'll play him on the front row. And just kill this Mangonel. Because we know that he's going to start revealing things. And I just cannot be dealing with it. And you can see all of our elves got boosted there. And then we have the option of renewing him should he die. This guy we can't do anything about. We could Igni, but we don't have enough points to... If we play Yavin into Igni, we don't have enough points, right? The row has to add up to 25, which we're not going to have at the moment. This is almost enough points that we can kill this. So I think we can play the Hawker support. I probably shouldn't have played that on the back row. I should have played it on the middle row. And boost the Protector. And that's also pulled Ailerin. We are crazy far ahead right now. So we're going to get shot by the Mangonel, which we kind of knew was going to happen, so you just kind of have to accept it. I'm hoping that he thinks that we've mulliganed. Although actually, the card back should show that we haven't mulliganed this. He shoots something with the Fire Scorpion. What are you going to shoot? Ideally, you want to kill this, because this is giving me a lot of value. Jiminy Cricket, that was a lot of points. A lot of points. So we can now look to Igni. That's the other thing we can do. We're going to play the Swordmaster now. We'll play the Swordmaster, and we'll shoot the Mangonel. Puts us ahead again. We're in a fairly comfortable position. Oh, he's made me discard my Swordmasters. That's okay. We have other targets in our deck which are good to target. The question we have here is, what do we want to play? I don't really want to play this. He can take points from this. We could play this, and then if he passes, we can just Igni. That is an option. It also gives us value from our Igni, and it gives us a choice in terms of what we draw. We've already thinned Ailerin, so we're kind of okay to do this.
Coexistence. No such
Do I want a Dragoon or a Marjoram? I think I want a Dragoon. He's not playing many boosted units at the moment, and a second Dragoon is going to give us a lot of points in our hand. The problem is if he passes now, we have to play something to win. Maybe we play Igni just so that we have the option of renewing it. But then I'm one card down, so that is a little bit risky, although we can dry pass him here. We have the option of dry passing, and that will also allow us to deal with the golems, not golems, the, yeah, whatever this makes us draw. Lesser guardians that we're going to be drawing. So we have kind of choice, which is nice. And it should mean that we're going to the final round on even cards. So I think all in all, this is pretty okay. We'll draw 2 of these, we mulligan 1. And then we just pass. Kieran is nice, in case he plays more Mangonels. We pass this round out, let him have it, and then go into a long final round. And long rounds are good for us because it means that we can get a lot of buffing basically done, which is good. We have a replay of both of our gold cards, our Igni or our Yorvith, so we can buff all of our elves again. But you don't really want to play those from hand. You want to reveal them. I mean, I guess it's a low value play, right? It means he has better cards that he wants to hold on to. Farseer is good. And now we can mulligan the Lesser Guardian, and we've basically dealt with that problem as well. A second Dragoon is good too. So let's see what we got. This does mean, though, with Isengrim, that we're going to be pulling Teruvial or Moran. Probably Teruvial in this instance. I think we just go straight for the renew here. Into the Yorvith.
I am who I need
and
to
kill the Mangonel. And that's that dealt with. And you can see there we also got another 5 points out of it from his boosting, which is pretty nice.
There's been a mistake.
Spotter.
I'm no mage.
Apparently he's no mage. The only issue we have here is that if he reveals card in my hand, I'm probably going to have to... If he reveals cards in my hand, I'm probably going to have to play them so that he doesn't reset them. But that's kind of okay. We want to play the Farseer next. We gotta play the Farseer first. Oh, so he's turned this into a 1. That's another play that they do sometimes like to make. So let's play... I'm just going to make sure I have enough units that I can get value out of. I can actually reset him with Mandrake. I'm going to play enough units that I have value with... to reveal when I play her. Royal Decree, Muzzle. He stole him. Well, I guess we Kieran him, right?
Humans are not to be trusted.
This is fine. We're just going to lock that. Play another one of these. It does mean we're not getting huge Farseer value. And he's not revealed my Foot Soldier, which is kind of annoying. But there you go.
Onward, Fryhead!
The other thing I need to do is make sure I have targets in hand for this. The thing is, he's not revealed any cards in my hand, so he's not really getting value from his... he's not really getting value from his... Do we go to reveal here? I think we do. But he's not really getting value from his elite unless he's only running 1. Like, if he's running 1 elite, sure, he gets value out of it, but as it is, he currently isn't.
Let's dance.
So he reveals a unit in his hand. Okay, so that's everything's going to get hit by 1. Which is annoying. He's not going to die, though. Thank God for that. And then this is boosting, so this is boosting. I think we go for Mandrake now. The question is, do we kill this? If we kill this, he gains... We'd get 11 points. But if we boost this, we can actually reset this up to an 11 and then boost her by 6, which is more points, right? We can fix Cantarella with this. So if we go Mandrake Cordial and target Cantarella, which I probably should have done earlier because now, holy shit, that is a 17-point Cantarella. And that is a really nice counter to this reveal strategy. I think she's dead. Yeah, she's dead. But we still have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 from that, plus 10 here. I don't think his Hefty Helga is actually enough to win him the round. So let's play Soldiers. 45, and then to reveal flips, and we win. So it's all good in the hood. And I'm really surprised, you know, he let the Dragoon last as long as it did. Especially when he had Assassination in his hand. But we did draw 4 gold cards at the start of the game, so that probably helped us a little bit. We'll send a good game. But yeah, that's the hand buffing deck. I'm going to jump into another game now, and I'll showcase this deck in action once more for you guys.
I forgive you. This time.
We do what must be done.
Seems to be that everything is Spies, or Nilfgaard at least today, so this will probably be Spies. We've got Mandrake, we've got Renew. Mandrake really good against Spies, Renew good against Spies, Farseer. We don't want Aileron. Morin. We actually have all of our golds again. This deck is so lucky. We'll mulligan Aileron. We got a Swordsmaster, that's nice. We'll mulligan, I think, Morin, because we can always target draw her with Isengrim, so no Morin. There's another Swordmaster. We probably don't need both of those now, so I'm going to mulligan 1. First Light. That is a card that we don't need, but that is a card that we can mulligan with Francesca to find something that we do need. For now, I like to play my Dragoon because it gives us an option to try and bait out his removal. But maybe we play the Farseer first, and then we play the Dragoon.
You should be.
Just because this is a bit more sturdy. And I'd rather get... Actually, yeah, I would rather get this locked, I think, than this. So there's Cantarella. So we're just going to counter this with our own Spy. We're going to play Yavin. Basically, hopefully it doesn't offer us Brienne. Not Brienne, Aileron, which it did, but we'll just take Mardrome. And this is okay, because we have options to mulligan it and stuff if we need it. But actually, against this matchup, having resets in hand is really good. And this stops him from basically doing the strategy that he wanted, which was to play his Spy and then force me into playing another card. Because he can't do that here. Often people will play that and then play the guy that kills a Spy. And that allows them to win. But because of what we have here, we've managed to stop that from happening. And now we can mulligan our First Light and then look to find more Farseers. That is also something that we can do. Do we want a long round here? This is the question. I think a long round is fine for us. I think a long round is good for him too. But ultimately, we're in a situation where we both want long rounds. The only issue we really have is that we don't have good value from Renew at the moment. And that's a little bit tricky. And we also don't have any Farseers. So potentially we would like to find a Farseer. But what we'll do for now is we'll play out a Dragoon. We have Yorvith, should he play anything that we might want to kill. This guy is going to thin out his pikemen. I think that's probably fine. It's probably fine. The question I have is, do I want to switch anything with Francesca? I think we can switch one of our sword masters and find a Farseer. I think that's a wise decision.
We do what must be done.
We'll just let this happen. We could have killed it, but I think there are bigger targets in a Calvé deck that you're going to want to take out. So let's switch you out and pick up. We'll just double check there's nothing else we want. Kieran, Morin, Teruviel. Morin is, like, Teruviel's nice, but I think Farseer is going to be more value for us in the grand scheme of things. So let's grab that. And just let him have his pikeman. You know, he's getting 12 value out of 1 bronze. We're getting a hell of a lot of value out of 1 bronze.
Not afraid.
So we'll play this now. And then we'll look to play the other Dragoon. The thing I'm worried about a little bit was Assassination, in that he can kill my units. Actually, I should have killed the Imperial Brigade with Isengrim. Although he is going to be playing Imperial Enforcers, and Imperial Enforcers are maybe more of a pain in the ass, to be honest. This is where he'll start to pull them, because we can reset these, but these we definitely want to kill. So this is definitely the time, not to Isengrim, to Yorvith.
Piece of lembas.
And we're just going to take out this right here, buff all of our elves, which is nice. And that's going to make us very happy. And this matchup is actually pretty okay for us. We have, you know, resets, we have Igni, we have a lot of options to deal with the kind of things that he's going to use to cause us trouble. So this is more or less okay. Oh, I wanted this one to get buffed. That is a little bit frustrating, because I can't quite kill this. I can reset it, but I think that's a waste of a Mandrake. So I think for now, we'll play our Hawker support. Although actually I maybe should have played the Dragoon. We'll play the Hawker support and we'll buff our Swordsmaster, which now gives us a target to kill Imperial Forces. And there's our Aileron out of the deck. Nice and happy here. We've got a comfortable 21-point lead. Rain Fawn. Getting Rain Fawn out of him here is really good, so we're going to see a Spy. There's Joachim. Getting Joachim is really good as well. He's going to kill this guy. This guy is dead. We know that this guy is dead. But ultimately, it's fine. He's buffing this guy, so the Farseer is going to see value here. We can always reset him, though. His base strength, I believe, is 6. So if we play the Mandrake, then that will stop this from being a problem. But before we do that, I think what we're going to want to do is just take out this Enforcer. Taking that out means this guy will get 2 points because he should play a Spy here. But having those 2 points is not as big of a deal for us as some of the other options that he has. The other thing we could do is just let this get big and Igni it. That is our other option. Because now he has 2 of those, so there's not a lot we can do. Unfortunately, well, the good news is these are both the same, so this could actually be a huge Igni for us if we play our cards right. Because these guys both are on 10. This is a misplay, I think, by Apoldowski. These guys are both on 10, which means in 2 more Spies, they'll both be on 14. And when they're both on 14, then we can burn them both. So it's pretty okay. So the question then becomes, how exactly do we want to play this? I do think we want to play Isengrim. The problem is if I play Isengrim, I'm stacking a row for Igni, but I think ultimately that's fine. The alternative is we play it on this row, which I think we should do because that gives us better options with our Teruviel. So we'll take Teruviel here and slot her in here. And I think this is a wise choice. The issue we have is we have a lot of special cards in hand, so if we want to see the Farseer buffed, we're going to need to keep playing. We're going to need to hold Igni.
Sometimes I've had about enough.
Oh, he locked her. Rude as heck, but we can now burn both of these. But if we do that now, then we no longer get boost. But then this guy's no longer boosting, so I don't think you get boosted anymore anyway. So let's just burn both of his guys. Like so. And we could probably pass. We have quite a hefty lead, to be honest. Like, we have a really decent lead. She's no longer buffing. This guy I can reset down to a 1. Which is actually probably a worthwhile play. Kahir, what are you going to pick up? Oh, he's going to kill him. If he kills him, that's 26 points. Let me have a think here. Spawn Mandrake Root. I can't fix him. I can't stop him from being killed. We reset this, we get 10 value. He's going to get 26 point play. The question is, do we pass now? If we pass, he's going to have to play 2 cards, so we're going to be 1 card up. There's not a whole lot we can really do. I think we Mardrome. And do that. It's an 11 point play. I think taking the 11 point play there is good. And then we have options going into the final round. He's definitely going to kill the 26 though. And unfortunately we don't have Kieran. If we had Kieran we could lock him, and if we locked him then he wouldn't be able to kill it. And there's the reset. Oh, it's Peter. We're still up 10. 8. We're up 8. If I reset this, it goes down to an 8 and then 2 more. It would be a 2. So it's a 14 point play. This is quite awkward. But we can replay Isengrim. Because he got the orcs, this has kind of made our life a bit difficult. I don't think we're going to get better value from Mandrake, and I think the things that we pull later aren't going to be as good. Although, actually, no, I shouldn't have done this, because he's going to play Joachim. Of course he's going to... Although he's played Joachim, actually, so no. I don't know what he's going to play then. Let's just do that. 64 to 42. I'm just trying to get his big plays, you know. We've got 22 points on him. That's decent, but it's not going to be enough. So it's going to be even cards. We do have Renew, right? We have Renew. And Renew into Isengrim into Moren is actually a really nice play. So we have that. I guess what we want to do is we would like to top deck maybe a Dragoon, a Farseer, or Kieran. Kieran, I think, is the ideal top deck, to be honest. He's got Calvé, so he can more or less find whatever in his deck, which will probably be his last gold. He's got 1 silver, 1 gold. Last 3. So if I pull Morin with this mulligan, that fucks me. But keeping 3 points is not worth it. That's okay. Opponent is replacing cards. So we need to get Morin out now. Because if this isn't a unit, that's going to be a bit awkward. It's going to be a bit awkward. The alternative is you go for Isengrim, which is 14.
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
Not Isengrim, Yorvith. Yorvith is 14. Isengrim is 7 and 8 and 5, which is more points. Holy shit. I think we have to go for Isengrim.
The only good human is...
But if she doesn't flip, that's so fucking awkward. There we go. We've got it anyway, and hopefully he has a unit. He does have a unit. So he gets 2 more points from this. So he's up 14. I don't think we can catch him, even with a rally.
Not shabby at all.
Yeah, unfortunate. That's 8. Oh, we win! I can't do basic maths because I forgot I got 7. Jesus Christ. I forgot that Morin was going to give me 7, so I was like, oh, I'm 14 points down. But I wasn't 14 points down at all. I was 6 points down, I think. So we win. Send GG. His locks were really impactful that game in round 2. But we got his Rainfawn Joachim play, so that was really nice. So I think it kind of made his life a little bit awkward with that play. But yeah, that's the hand buff deck. I really like it. I think it's really fun to play. You can see it's good against Nilfgaard. I think it's just generally quite good. I mean, it does get have trouble with some resets because you're buffing so many different things. There's a lot of different targets, so your points are actually spread out. And I really like the Farseers in it because people don't tend to expect them. And then, you know, if they lock the Farseer, you've still got your Dragoon. If they lock the Dragoon, you've got other ways of triggering your Farseer. You've got Francesca to find the cards that you need. And ultimately, I think that it is a really strong deck, as evidenced by the fact that we are now rank 10. No, we're not rank 10. We're 11 points off. I thought we were close. But yeah, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know what you guys think of the deck in the comments below. Let me know any kind of changes that you would make to the deck. And what sort of decks you've been running in the new season, Season 3, and what kind of decks you'd like to see me showcase. Beyond that, you can always subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Twitter, @Jaggerus, and you can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Jaggerus. Have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll hopefully catch you guys in the next video. Bye!